Madhya Pradesh, meaning Central Province, sits right in the heart of India, the country's second largest state by area, known as the Heart of India. It's a home to stunning tiger reserves, ancient temples like Khajuraho, and the marble rocks of Bagadat. MP blends wildlife, history, and natural beauty. Its capital, Bhopal, is called City of Lakes, and at the recent WTM in London, I got the opportunity to speak with Dr. Ilayaraja T, the Managing Director of MP's Tourism Board, and got the opportunity to ask him some questions about accessible tourism in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you so much for seeing me today.
Thank you.
My name's Matt Dennis. I'll do a quick introduction of who I am and what I do. So I'm a travel writer and a journalist, and I have a particular passion for accessible travel. So this is extending the ability to travel for people in wheelchairs, people with reduced mobility, blind people, deaf people, people with neurodivergence, all these sorts of areas of the travel industry. As well as being a writer, I have a website called The Empowered Traveller. And that is, I'm developing it as a source of information to inspire people to take the step outside their comfort zone, which for UK disabled travellers tends to be European countries, and step further abroad and see the wonders of the world. Madhya Pradesh being one of those places.
Wonderful thing you are doing, right?
Thank you very
Appreciate.
much. Thank you. So I just wanted to ask you, in your opinion, what is Madhya Pradesh doing to look at accessibility? Does it value that part of the tourism market? And what's going on in Madhya Pradesh?
Okay. So definitely, the whole tourism depends on the diversity, right? So diversity includes a whole lot of population from people from all over the world, from different races, different ethnicity, different backgrounds, right?
Yeah.
So tourism is it's a biggest leverager, right? It leverages the thing that the people come together, right? They
Yes.
learn each other's culture, right? So when it comes to that, obviously, even when you talk about the so-called disability, in India we call alternatively able, right?
Okay.
So they're
Okay.
able, right?
Yeah.
They're alternatively able. They have
I like that.
talents,
I like
right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even in Hindi, we use the word divyang. It's like so they're very empowered. Like the word used in empowered travelers, right?
Exactly.
They are definitely part of us, right?
Yeah.
We do I think need to whenever we do a lot of projects. So we do take care of those things where actually it could cater to the needs of all kinds of population,
Yeah.
from child to elderly.
Yeah.
So they do have kind of deficiencies. मतलब, for children, it's a problem. For toilets, even the height of the toilets, it's an issue, right? So I think you need to really be careful about how exactly you design the toilets for the babies, children, and also the elderly. How exactly they move, right? So when you take care of these people, end of the day, obviously there are a lot of specially abled people, right? The blind, deaf, or neurologically affected people. The whole tourism boards and tourism departments, especially we are the execution department for the destination projects, right?
Okay.
So we always discuss these aspects while executing the project, so that we make the destination it's able friendly, right?
So it's
Differently
sort of
able friendly.
built into the infrastructure of.
Yeah, you just I think it should be the part of the infra.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like it should be the blueprint should necessarily have those infrastructure, those things where actually it will support and it will make the people the easy access to the destination.
That's great to hear, because often it does come as an afterthought. So it gets made, and then people think afterwards, how do we do it after? But it can be built in much more simply
Should
from
be
the
built in.
beginning.
Yeah, it should be naturally coming.
Yeah.
It should be in the architecture.
Yeah.
It should be in the planning part itself.
Yeah.
Right. It shouldn't be thought differently. Once the infra is done, then you are adding no. But there are challenges. There are old structures. There are the heritage sites.
Yes.
Right. There are monuments. Right. Where exactly on those days, probably these things have never been thought about. Right.
Yeah.
Now there are challenges to fit in the infra of these places because of restrictive nature of construction works happening in these heritage sites, right? There are a lot of protected monuments, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do much constructions over the sites, but still you can tweak. You can do a small kind of adjustments where exactly you will going to facilitate all kind of
I
people, right?
love to hear this because this is exactly it. That I think there is a wider recognition that we can't do everything, but if we have the information about what we can do, then people can make decisions about bringing their family and saying, actually, we're going to be able to do that because we know we can access
Possible. It's
three
possible.
quarters of this building, which is fantastic. And then people can make the decision to come.
Just optimize, maximize your
Yeah.
efforts, right? So that it will be accessible to everyone, right? It can easily be done. It's not that it can't be done. But otherwise, create, innovate, right? Sometimes you need to do the engineering department to come out with some creative solutions.
Absolutely.
How exactly you could do it, right?
Yeah.
It can be done. For example, in Madhya Pradesh, there is this UNESCO heritage is Sanchi Stupa.
Okay.
I think we have gone extra level. I think probably, and I think we have got lot of braille things, right? So
Yeah.
that they can read, and there are a lot of audio guides where exactly the even the blind people can hear about it.
Superb.
And even actually we want to even teach our guides sign language, right? So that there can be easy conversation, right?
Fantastic.
So even if we are going for, obviously we are teaching French, right, for a France and a tourist from France, right?
Yeah.
If you could teach a 2 3 other languages, you can always teach a sign language to our guides, to our people, our managers. So I think there are basics.
It's a really positive
Yeah,
way of looking at things.
yes, there are. I think these things can be done easily,
Yeah.
without much difficulty.
Yeah.
Only thing is that you have a willpower. You should have a empathize, and you have you always have to put yourself in others shoes. Imagine yourself, visualize how
Yeah.
exactly if a person with some kind of disability comes in, and then how exactly he will navigate
Mm.
the whole place. If you think about it, and it is possible. It can be possible.
Yeah. It's a puzzle to solve, but not a barrier.
Not so difficult. There are no barrier at least. So barrier-free environment is
Barrier
the,
free.
yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
That's great. And I mean,
But again, there were a lot of discussion happen. Like you said, probably we are having a very meaningful discussions. Even with the ACS sir, we had a just I think 2 3 months before a lot of conversation about like there are forts, right? It's
right.
very steep.
Yeah.
How exactly going to connect, right? There are resorts being constructed on the hill part.
Yeah.
So how exactly you are going to make these places accessible to people, right? Escalators, or maybe some kind of lifts, or maybe a kind of ramps. If it is a ramp, then it what gradient it is, how slope it is,
That's
right? That is more important
because
right?
sometimes it isn't thought about, and
Yeah.
you see slopes like
There is
this.
always a ramp. Then at least, yeah, even if for a normal person, it's very difficult to climb up the thing, right? So it's again educating our own engineers, the basic
Yeah.
level engineers, our contractors, who does all the civil construction works, right? Actually, we are keep doing it. We are continuously doing it.
So you have a lot of like you've mentioned, heritage sites and cities. The wildlife is obviously a big draw for Madhya Pradesh. I think you have 27 national parks.
So
Something
there
along
are
that, 11 tiger
27
reserves.
sanctuaries, yeah, 11 national parks,
11 national
9
parks.
tiger reserves,
That's tiger reserve.
27 sanctuaries.
Okay.
Yes.
So
It's
a
tiger state.
really diverse
Really,
range,
very,
and a
very
vast
diverse.
range.
Yes, yes.
And within those, I see there's a lot on offer for safaris. There's a lot on offer for bird watching. So a lot of outdoor activities that move people outside of paved streets, concrete places. So is there, facilities in the infrastructure of the delivery of those products? So, for example, accessible wildlife vans, accessible taxis, accessible. Is that part of your development?
That's yes, of course, and to bring in all these things everywhere, it's still a challenge. Things. It's not that it can happen everywhere, right? Long way to go. Like you said, really probably the low bus floors, right? Where the taxis are accessible. That's it's going to be a problem, especially for the country like India, where it's growing, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
growing now. There's a lot of investment happening, right? But that is why I told you. I think it should be inculcated in the planning part itself, right? But still, a lot has to be done. Like you said, probably in the safari vehicles, right? One has to always climb up, right? While talking to you, Recently, we have just purchased a 10 safari vehicles, right? But if I could really think of, no, I think we'll really have to put something so that actually it is accessible by all kind of people, right? Even orthopedically challenged people, it's very difficult for them to climb up the safari vehicle. To
Exactly,
sit down,
they're always
right?
like
Yes,
raised, so
yes. For example, other floor vehicle generally in the national parks, generally we don't do a cement flooring at all. It's always a mud floor. Generally, we are a forest state. We are a greenest state in the country, and yeah, generally we don't do much of construction works in the forest area at all. So we follow kind of in a zero carbon emission norms also in most of the constructions.
and they're protected
Yeah,
areas.
yes, in the protected areas. So there are a lot of restrictions, lot of rules which have to be followed
Yeah.
in the interest of larger interest of the climate change and other problems which we are facing. So that those things have already been inculcated. But like you said, barrier friendly environment everywhere. A long way to go. I think we'll have to keep doing those things.
But it
in
is
all the
always a
places.
process, isn't it?
It's a
I mean,
process,
that's the
yes.
thing. But as long as things are changing and the information about what is available is out there, is there, then we're moving in the right direction.
First thing is recognizing the problem, right? And again now the issue is even so we have there is a varied diversity in terms of neurogenic issues, neurological issues, right? So how exactly I think the forest is a solution for everything, right? So I think we need to really cater to the needs of those children also. So while talking to you, matlab, in the back of my mind, I'm still
Excellent.
having my plans. Okay, by going back to Madhya Pradesh, let me put a think on all the national parks and how exactly I'm going to implement these things. Right? I'm still planning.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Love it. Thank you,
So
sir.
very
Thank you.
rarely, very rarely, we would see the people who come and ask for the barrier-free environment, right?
Yeah.
So because most of the time, the general population, normal population doesn't expect these things. But I'm always particular about public convenient facilities
Yeah.
should be accessible.
But I mean, this is so as well as like you've put across that it's ethically the right thing to do. The stats on the predicted value of the especially able market for 2025 was that it's worth $52 billion. And I think what some people sometimes don't realise is that if that part of the population isn't catered for, it's not one person that we lose. It might be an entire family. Because if grandma is in a wheelchair, then granddad might not come, mum might not come, dad might not come, the son, the daughter, the other daughter. That's 7, 8 people that may have been lost just because one person wasn't able to do the trip. And so I think the value of the market is huge, and the opportunity, because let's face it, at the end of the day, if you're trying to convince people who are investing in infrastructure, they need to have a return on their money. And the statistics at the moment state that for every
But this is one
pound
thing I
every
again.
pound invested,
But
there
this
are
is the one thing
£4
from although
returns.
you're
So
talking about the value, the economy, the market, right? But I think probably as an innate thing, right? It's ethically right thing to do,
the
right?
ethically
So
right thing
more
to do.
than money, more than value, I think for the humanity,
Yes.
we always stand together. We are living in the golden period, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is the right time, right period, where I think, of course, the world is in right direction to I think maximize, sensitize the most of the population about other population, right? So I think probably in general, people are very good in nature everywhere throughout the world,
As a
right?
travel writer, you find that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think the planners, the bureaucrats, right, the policymakers,
Yeah.
right, the architects,
Yeah.
really have to I think understand these things and have to plan
Yeah.
what exactly we are the kind of conversation we are having. I think this should be the very common conversation should be happening in almost all the meetings whenever they have planning something, right?
Definitely, definitely. It's
And
investing
I
in it.
think
It's investing in the future.
we should be having the blueprint.
Yeah.
Give a SOP. Give a blueprint.
Yeah.
We should do this, right?
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.